Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Jimmy, and today I have another special banger for you, right? Today we're going to talk about the 2K25 Myplayer Builder, but before we get into the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe, as like of the video push the video to the recommended, and of course subscribe and put your note game for my daily uploads. Without further ado, let's hop straight into the video. Okay, so real quickly, let's just talk about the evolution of the Myplayer Builder. We all know 18 and 19 had the same builder, 20 and 21 had the same builder, 22 and 23 had the same builder, and 24, now the expectation is 25 will have the same builder, but it will be some type of adjustments and changes as it was for every single 2K previously, right? I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that. There has been basically it's in pairs, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, okay? I will say this though, all right? The Myplayer Builder this year was extremely balanced, and it's probably the best builder we've had. The issue will always be animations, the lock of animations behind height, weight, attributes, and that type of deal. And to me, that is where you kind of forces everybody into a certain type of build to be successful, right? The more that you slide too far to the left, where it's very strict, people are going to complain. The more you go too far to the right, where you have extreme freedom, people are going to complain. And to me, I felt like the equilibrium is always going to be somewhere in the middle, right? I always felt like pie charts were great, and that was a good place, a starting place, and we could have built off of that. Now, I know I brought up the idea of using templates, and a lot of y'all like the idea, right? Making like, each position has like 15 or 20 template builds that are pre-made for you. The game will be free to play. You buy the game and you can literally hop into the city, the park, neighborhood, whatever it is, with a build that is pre-made for you, and it's free. You do not have to pay any money to get that. The build is literally from the start, maxed out, 99 overall, free, okay? Now, that kind of gives you the 2021 vibes of a pie chart, right? But what I always felt that could have been built off of the 2021 pie charts was the ability to allow your player to continue to get better. Continue to get better in the aspect of whatever you want to surpass as far as attributes you can do. And I'm not trying to be too confusing. What I'm saying is that, let's say for instance, you had like the red yellow pie chart, and we all knew the red yellow pie chart, you were limited in finishing and you were limited in shooting, okay? But the way I'm thinking it should be with the templates that I was talking about is that you could grind to be able to get their finishing, you could grind to be able to get your shooting, and you can still grind to be able to get your playmaking and your defense to whatever levels you want it to be, as far as capping out. If it was like 99 was the highest you could go, okay? So even though you had a template build, you could continue to grind by doing certain type of achievements or your certain types of play style, which 2K24 kind of flirted with that by your badges. Based upon your play style, your badges would be able to get up to Hall of Fame. If you wasn't utilizing a certain badge, it could drop down to bronze. And of course, they had all these other type of achievements and things you could do. I thought that was a good idea, but you could really build on it more by having the ultimate goal of your player being able to be, for once in the park, like a full-fledged LeBron James. But here's the kicker that a lot of people is not talking about, and the reason why I feel like we'll never be able to get the true achievement that we want. And a lot of people don't talk about this. The reason being is because if you're able to truly grind and make a LeBron James build, what would be the purpose of you going into MyTeam? Now, we all know MyTeam is the money pit of money pits, right? That is where if you play MyTeam, you will be spending dollar after dollar after dollar. We all know microtransaction runs king, and of course, MyTeam is one of them, okay? So that's the reason why. I remember when I was doing my podcast, and Splash said something which I thought was really funny, but when you think about it, it's actually kind of true. when you, like, for instance, the idea that I'm coming up with, we can all agree that yes, we will want to be able to put our blood, sweat, and tears into a build and be able to eventually get it. Let's say if it was a legend, if you hit legend and you truly had like a little young prime LeBron James or a prime Steph Curry or a prime Shaquille O'Neal, right? But the reason being is, like Splash always said, he was like, yo, Unc, you know what? We have a saying in his community, which is like, yo, Unc, you making a little too much sense right now. And that's what it is. Of course, that's how it should be, right? Of course, that's how it should be. But the reason being, I'm telling you right now, and again, I don't know for certain, but if we was to put 2 and 2 together based upon how this year has gone and how my team has just squeezed every dollar out of somebody, and how, you know, Take-Two came out and said that microtransaction makes up like 70-75% of their income. So if a lot of players just in my team, players too, if my team was like, bro, if I had to sit here and put in thousands of dollars a month, but I can go into the city, get a build, play for some hours, and be able to have a player that is, you know, can truly be, you know, Wilt Chamberlain, then what's the purpose of my team? And that's the thing. That's why when you look at your season passes, you see what? You in your season pass, even though you're a park player, you see way much more my team stuff than your park stuff. Why? Because 2K will love for you to go over to my team, because my team is where they make their money. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, okay, I truly do not believe there will never be a point where you could be a true superstar in the park or in the city or wherever it's at. I just don't see it happening. I can't see it happening. As long as they're my team, it's not going to happen. Now, if something was to happen, you know, by legal rights where they feel like, you know, Ultimate Team game modes or more so gambling is for adults and that's a separate game, then you might be able to see a true MyPlayer Builder or a MyPlayer Builder that could lead to a true superstar being built by hitting legend or by grinding throughout the process. That's when you will actually begin to see that. But in my humble opinion, it's not going to happen. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and just speak the facts here. We already said 18 and 19 had the same builder. 2021 had the same builder. 22, 23 had the same builder. 24 introduced a new one. Guess what? 25, expect that builder to be the same, just a little bit of changes. That's my humble opinion. You know, I'm going off history, I'm going off trends, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that. Now, if 2K was to go ahead and deviate from that and only do a 1-year cycle for something, then we might see a different type of builder. But in my humble opinion, this was their first year of this type of builder. I expect it to be the same type of builder again in NBA 2K25 with just some subtle little changes that they realized from 24 that was okay, maybe we need to make a few changes here and do that. I also expect the success of community builds. I expect that to be back. Those NBA player templates, I expect those to be back. That was pretty successful. So you can kind of look at the trends of 24, take the positive things out of the builder and throw it in that. But that is my spill. Let me know in the comment section what you think. But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really soon on the Banger Man. You know, when I say back soon on the Banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.